Good morning. So I decided that it was probably time for me to do a full day of eating because I haven't done one since my meal plan changed. I've been on the same meal plan now for about, I would say about 4 to 6 weeks. You just saw my Physique update, so meal plan's working well and macros for that are doing well. I'm not feeling too low. Still a little more hungry than I was in the beginning. That's normal. At this stage, I'm now a little bit more than 7 weeks out. Probably 7 weeks when you'll see this video. So I'm going to sip on some water. And I'm gonna go over here. And you'll get a little semi-tour of my house and get my coffee going. All right, so now that coffee's going, I will sit down and answer some emails before my cardio. We'll see you guys for meal number 1. All right, so cardio is done, and I guess you're gonna get a small little tour of our new house, but we're still getting it set up, so it's kind of messy, so don't judge. We're still in boxes a little bit. But now I'm gonna get started with meal number 1. Guys, so there you have it. This is part of meal number 1 because I'm strange and I like to separate my 2 parts to my meal number 1 currently. I get 40 grams of oats after this, so I will make those, show you how, or it's actually, I'm not gonna show you how because it's super easy, but I'll show you when it's completed. But I eat my eggs first and then I eat my oats with my coffee because it tastes really good that way. So I'm gonna go eat this meal number 1. And all right, so now we're gonna make my 40 grams of oats. It's not rocket science, it's oats, 2 minutes in the microwave, but it's a full day of eating, so I'm gonna show you all of it. So I make sure to put lots of cinnamon, almond extract, and vanilla, because I like all the flavors. There you have it, kids. It ain't nothing special. Love the call. And so does my belly. I got my bowl of oats. I got my kitty cat friend here. And this is pretty much my usual routine. I start my morning, answer some emails, work for a couple hours, and then I get back to cleaning and picking up. Can't really see, actually, I don't really know why I did that. But cleaning and picking up my house. Because we have so much to do still to get this place set and ready to go. So I'm gonna eat my oats. And see you guys for meal number 2. All right, so today has been a high volume email day. So I've been handling a lot of stuff for work. So I've literally been sitting here for the past 2.5 hours, and it's time for meal number 2. And let's go. Alright, so kiddos, meal number 2, which is actually my pre-workout meal, is going to be a salad today. So it's 75 grams of a vegetable, 90 grams of chicken breast, and I prefer to do the chicken breast tenderloins because they are already trimmed of their fat. So these are pre-cooked from yesterday. And I'm gonna do a mix of the coleslaw and the spinach. And then I get 8 grams of an MCT oil to top it all off. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm gonna show you the components to my homemade dressing. Like I said, I get 8 grams of an MCT oil. So that's already on here. And then I do a serving of honey mustard. Some lemon pepper Mrs. Dash. And then top it off with some regular mustard. And I'll get my chicken out. I'll answer the question of, yes, I'm still in my pajamas that I did my cardio in. Yes, I'm basically a garbage person because I work from home, so I can do that. So I'm going to probably definitely change for my workout, I promise. And back to work. Yes, I do have the privilege of working from home, eating from home, sitting in my pajamas at home. Don't really change until I have to go to the gym. out of my pajamas and pre-cardio workouts. So I'm gonna go eat and see you guys at meal number 3. Hello, so it is about 1 o'clock and I have to break away from my work to go lift, or otherwise the timing of my meals is all whack. I'm trying to keep my meals under the 3-hour time mark to keep my energy high. No particular reason other than that, so I don't get hangry and overly emotional and stressed out, because that tends to happen when my meals are further spread apart. So at this point they are closer together just because it saves me from being hangry and being annoying to be around. That being said, it is time for me to lift. I have to break away from work. I have not worked on our house at all, but I will get to that tonight, maybe, I don't know, who knows. Anyways, going to lift. See ya, bye. All right, so back from my workout. It is kind of late, and yes, I have zits all over my face, but it's 3:30 and I'm not used to the traffic from the gym, so it happens. New city problems, big city problems. But meal number 3 is going to be some upside down lean ground beef with $75 grams of onions and peppers. And I'm calling an audible. I'm supposed to have 150 grams of potatoes. And because we were gone this weekend, I don't have 150 grams left. So I'm gonna do whatever's left of this and get the remaining carbohydrate content from some rice that I prepped yesterday for hubby for fajitas. So that's what I'm gonna put together. I'll show you guys when it's done. And yes, I put cinnamon on my ground beef because it's freaking delicious, and you should too. So even though I am on a meal plan based plan, whatever, I do know my macros for every meal that I'm supposed to have. So I can call those audibles and pick foods that I typically always eat that I do digest well post-workout and that my body does respond well, which one of those is jasmine rice. So I feel comfortable making that audible without asking coach. 50 grams of potatoes is 30 carbs. And that's what I'm normally supposed to have post-workout. But like I said, I'm calling an audible because I didn't prep enough potatoes left over from the weekend. So I had 50 grams of potatoes left. So I'm gonna supplement the extra carbs with 90 grams of jasmine rice that I already had cooked. So there you have it. I'm actually pretty pumped about it. It is 90 grams of the lean ground beef, 50 grams of purple potatoes, 90 grams of jasmine rice, and 75 grams of sauteed peppers and onions. And hopefully his tail doesn't get in my food. Post 30 minutes. Carbs. And then horseshoe. Carbs. Hershey. Carbs. Good dealt. Gimp dealt. And now back to work. So here we are for meal number 4. and it is my second to last meal, and I've got 75 grams of coleslaw with some sauteed peppers and onions left over from fajitas last night. And I'm gonna mix that with 112 grams of more ground beef. Where's the ground beef? Where's the beef? Yes, I have 2 meals a day that have ground beef in them. And I also get, for my fats, this 30 grams of avocado. I decided to buy the pre-made because it was staying fresher longer than just doing a avocado whole. I've got hubby's fajita salad for him, and then my fajita salad, and I'm gonna top it off with this green salsa that I found, 2 tablespoons. Voila. Time for meal number 4. Alright, so I'm gonna show you the first step in my process of meal number 5. Because I like to make it elaborate because it's the last one of the day and my absolute favorite one. And I've changed it up a little bit from the first video. I made a full day of eating, which I will link below the comments so you can see how my meal plan has changed since the start of my prep. So we'll get started. The first thing is this. It's still the same. My Anabolic Design Grazed amino acids. It's a greens formula in chocolate supreme flavor. I get 15 grams of that, along with 30 grams, and I've switched it up to the chocolate peanut butter flavor of About Time, really just because I'm out of mocha mint, but it's gonna be here soon. And there's hubby, he's installing kitchen knobs since we don't have any. So he's in the background while I'm doing this, so he gets to do a cameo. All right, so all I do is add all the ingredients, which were conveniently in this baggie already. Here. Add a little water. Alright, so I'm gonna put this in the freezer now for about 30 minutes, and I'm actually then gonna put it in a blender with some ice, and the almond butter goes in then in the blender and make it more of a large volume, voluminous smoothie bowl, because as contest prep goes on, the more volume, the better. All right, so we have my last meal of the day, my smoothie bowl. So this has been sitting in the freezer, so it's a little bit thicker now. It's been sitting in there for about 20-30 minutes, and I'm gonna add that to this ice, and I also get $16 grams of almond butter, and add just a little bit of silk cashew milk to the ice. It would probably help if I put it right down. I did find out that this little Rival miniature blender, single serving blender, did make it a little bit more frothy. Look at that. And then I just scoop it right back into here. So as you can see, it's so much more volume than my traditional pudding. And of course, I have my little minty spoon, so this is my faux froyo. That concludes my full day of eating and a little mini tour of our house. So I'm gonna eat on this and then go to bed. So remember, I'm going to link below my first full day of eating so you can see how the macros and everything has changed. And then I hope you like this full day of eating as much as you liked that one. And give me a thumbs up, subscribe up there, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye night.